You remember former comedian Victoria Jackson? She was on SNL and sounded and acted really, really weird, but you thought it was part of her comedy skit. But then we found out later during this presidential campaign, something I never knew. It turns out she's one, a crazed conservative, and two, it wasn't an act. She really is that weird. She sounds that weird. She acts that weird. And so maybe she was never a comedian all along. Maybe she just was a really weird and funny girl that they just said, all right, act like you normally do, and everybody laughed at her, right? So now she is trying to do serious political commentary on Fox News. It's going to be on Sean Hannity's program. There's going to be Bob Beckel representing the Democrats there, and Nicole Wallace, former campaign advisor for John McCain, will also be there. Let's get a load of this nonsense.
Just out of curiosity, have your taxes gone up in the last 6 weeks since Obama's been president?
About to.
No. Have they gone up? Have yours gone up?
My motivation is gone because he will punish me if I'm
if there's one thing you don't have to worry about is your motivation.
Communism is just take Cuba.
What?
Obama wants to be
2 weeks
Castro.
according to his need, from each according to his ability. That's Marxism.
So you're aligning yourself with the communists? Who's the communist?
Obama.
Who?
Obama.
You're from where?
Redistribute the wealth?
Obama
How does that mean?
I see. I'm speechless. I just won't say anything else.
I'll talk.
I'm sure you will.
Well, I've never been involved in politics because it's
Really?
no. But all of a sudden, I was oh, Hillary Clinton is a socialist. She wants to socialize medicine. Well, I'll have to vote against her. And then all of a sudden, a communist appears out of nowhere, and that's when I started to get involved. So I did research. Black liberation theology, his church, is Marxist, and his professors are Marxist.
I'll tell you.
He says redistribute the
With
wealth.
all due respect,
Black liberation theology is rooted in Marxist. Marxist.
You got yourself a guest host here.
A villain.
No. What I'm telling you is I still want to find out where you're from, because you said he dropped out of so-and-so, became a communist. Now, Nicole, let me ask you to go on the record here. Are you saying, without any question, I know what you're saying, he's a communist. Were you saying that Barack Obama, the President of the United States, is a socialist?
Yes.
No, what I just said.
I think
that's a big surprise. I listen to your radio show every day. I've heard that 1,000 times a day.
No,
the
point that I just made was that he was so sensitive about this point and so self-conscious about the perception. I mean, you may disagree with our friend here, but she has strong feelings.
Victoria, go ahead.
I would like to say something. I went to my first protest, and it was a conservative protest on Santa Monica Pier a week ago, so it was very quiet. We were like this, excuse me,
I've been.
We disagree, excuse me. Polite, we gave speeches, and my sign said, we don't want no socialism. I know it's incorrect English, but I thought it would attract attention. So NBC had a camera, and the 20-year-old girl says, what's wrong with socialism?
You must have felt like I did when I had a meeting of liberals in Orange County. It was very small, right? And yours was very small.
And polite, and we didn't set anything on fire. We didn't get on TV.
I can't believe you didn't get on TV.
I'm saying that the American public, the silent majority, like me, who doesn't want to get involved, is starting
to get fed up. You hear her, Bob?
I up to here.
All right, we got to take a break. We're going to Victoria. Thank you. Good to see you.
This is what our country needs: the Bible.
There we go.
I didn't get time to get to that.
We'll bring you back.
I think if I listened to her for another 20 seconds, my mind was going to blow. Like, it was going to burst. Okay, all right, okay. Now, Bob Beckel was trying to get Nicole Wallace on the record there, because the other two are clowns, right? Who cares what Hannity and Victoria Jackson have to say? But he wanted to see if we can get the former campaign advisor for McCain to say, yes, Obama's a socialist, which she wouldn't bite on, right? But notice, okay, Victoria Jackson sounds crazy, but notice that Sean Hannity actually agreed with everything she said. He's like, well, black liberation theology is Marxist, and Obama's at least socialist. He brings her on to say what he wants to say, but he doesn't quite want to go that far, so he brings her on as a proxy and says, go get him, Victoria, go, call him a communist. Yeah, oh, God, hold on. And he's going to work on himself on the desk. Okay, all right. Now, here's the thing. None of these clowns on Fox and these conservatives, I mean, I get why Victoria Jackson doesn't get it, because she has about 1.5 brain cells she could barely rub together to create a little spark up there and go, yeah, what's it all about? Communist comes out of nowhere. Okay, she's borderline mentally handicapped, right? But all the rest of people on Fox, etc., what are they talking about when they talk about communism or socialism, etc., versus capitalism? Look, in capitalism, they make it seem like if the government does anything, then it is socialist. If it does a little more, it's communist. Okay? But in capitalism, government does things. And it's not just to blow things up. It's not just to do defense spending. No, the government has a role in a capitalist society to regulate the markets. What they do is they set the rules so that there can be fair competition. So one of the rules, for example, is no insider trading, because then that would give some people an unfair advantage, so they try to make a fair game. That's one of, thousands of rules they have, of course, so that capitalism can work. Because if you don't have any rules, and the government doesn't regulate the market at all, then you can't have capitalism. You'll have anarchy. So they constantly pick examples of the government doing any regulation. They go, the government is acting. If the government acts, it must be socialist. Well, that is unbelievably ignorant. We need the government for capitalism to work. You know what communism is? Of course, Victoria Jackson does it. But it's when the government takes over everything. When you cannot own private property. Did they take over your... Well, a lot of people lost their house, but did they take it over your house and be like, okay, that's it, Sean Hannity, you can't live in your house anymore. And your car? It's now the state's car. Come on, man, it's a joke. The United States of America becoming communist? It's nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.